G'day Bambies, Kaleidow here and welcome back to another Sims 4 micro apartments building video. So today we are making a pastel apartment because so many of you guys really wanted me to do this. So I'm just going to put them all over the screen right now. But thank you very much to everyone who commented and loved the previous episode. These are so much fun and I'm really excited to finish up with this building and maybe get even more creative with the spaces. Maybe we'll even go for smaller buildings. But yeah, so happy that you guys love this idea as much as I do. I have actually gone ahead and uploaded the building empty onto the gallery, so you guys can go and check that out if you want to fill out the building for yourselves and maybe have a go at making your very own micro apartment. If you do that, please send me screenshots. I would love that. Send it over to me on Twitter or Instagram. Just make sure to tag me so I get to see it. But yeah, so this one is really exciting because I get to play around with rainbow colors. And you guys know me, I am Kaleidow, the rainbow lady. So I was so happy to do this and very happy to do this. Oh my gosh. And I also felt a little bit pressured because, you know, I am meant to know things about rainbows, so it had to be good. I also wanted to do something a little bit different to our previous one, and something that I'm going to have to do in this series is just really kind of mix it up a bit. And I'm sure sometimes the spaces won't be necessarily usable like in real life, but I'm going to at least try to make them usable in the Sims 4 and test them out before I upload the entire build for you guys. So I'll make sure I have everything well set out before I do that. So in here we have a little, I guess, lounge room kitchen area, which is elevated or on the normal floor level, and then we have a small little area. I actually have it all across the window at the moment, but I make it a bit smaller, and that is meant to kind of separate out the bedroom. So when I was little, we had a few friends who would separate their houses in a similar way to this, and actually quite a few people used to do this. I had a friend who even had their parents' bedroom was in their lounge room. It was really odd, but it still looked really cool. So I'm pretty open to these sorts of ideas rather than having the bedroom totally separated from the rest of the house. And also right now in my own apartment, I do have my bedroom in our lounge room, or what is supposed to be our lounge room. So of course I am open to that idea, but we make the kitchen really colorful also, and I play around with those counters and just make it really fun. So I think her name is the Tinsel Fairy on YouTube. It was so long ago when I watched her video about creating tinsel, like the hanging tinsel tassels. Tassel Fairy, that's what she, oh gosh, how could I forget? But anyways, she is this amazing lady on YouTube. Go and check her out, the Tassel Fairy. If I've said that wrong so many times, I do apologize. I haven't watched that many of her videos, but I did watch her one where she makes her infamous tassels. They are so beautiful. And this apartment, I was just thinking about her. I was like, oh my gosh, we need this, we need a really colorful, vibrant space that would suit somebody as colorful and rainbow and fairy-like as her. So she was a big inspiration, although her apartment in real life is just bonkers. It is amazing. Oh my gosh, I wish we had tassels and all of those cool decorations in The Sims, but I kind of had to make do and create my own rainbow things. So I just did a whole bunch of mix and match. We got on the wall there a few different color presets of the same wall type, but you know, I think it looks really good anyways. Let me know what you guys think of the rainbow walls. I love them. So now I have the space sort of all organized. We have the dining table up against the window there. I think it would be so nice to have your brekkie and look out towards the bridge. That window does face the bridge in Semi Shuno, and maybe do some people watching while you're having your English breakfast or whatever. And I love people watching. Who else does? I absolutely adore it. Sometimes I could just go to a shopping center, sit down, have a coffee, and just people watch, because it's just the best thing ever. But yeah, so the kitchen is coming together. I really wanted to make sure we add in a lot more storage. I really wanted to focus on that. So we have a whole bunch of cupboards and stuff, and I think somebody commented last episode that they were a bit confused where their wardrobe and stuff was, so I try to make that a little bit more apparent. And of course, sometimes like a lot of the things in The Sims are just decorational and it's just make-believe. You just have to imagine that they are actually being used. So in a little bit, I've been playing around with all of these different tables and stuff, but I eventually put this blue table up against the wall and we put the bed together next to it, and it sort of makes this interesting kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like a cabinet that possibly could be built into the bed. So my dad's house is really old, and the bed frame was actually, like, the backing for the bed was actually built into the wall, and it's got shelves, it's got cupboards, and like little cupboards on either side, and a big kind of mantle above that you can put a whole bunch of things on, like a big shelf, and it has all these photographs and stuff. The whole idea of having one of those next to the bed is pretty normal for me. What do you guys think? I don't think a sim would be able to get into that side of the bed, but you know, this is obviously I reckon it would be a single lady's apartment, and she's just really going full force, making it all her own, really colorful and absolutely her. And I really love that. So right now I think it would have been a single person's home. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but just in The Sims especially, because you can't really get into the other side of that bed, unfortunately. But you know, you could move some of those cupboards out and the tables, and your Sims could very possibly be able to sneak in there and then go to bed on either side. So yeah, I tried to make it look like there's a whole bunch of built-in cupboards, and I really love that tiki style one. I call it tiki because of the little flowers on the front. I don't know why. I don't even think it's like a tiki style. I just always think it is, because I think it was in The Sims 2. We had like a whole bunch of like that style sort of island themed objects, and I swear we had something very similar to that cupboard or in that style. But anyways, by the way, I love the table that I've chosen for the dining room, because it has this light fluoro green around the edging of the table, and it's just so cute. And I really wanted to make sure we added in different pops of color in each corner of the house. So there's a little bit of rainbow everywhere you look in this home. And oh my gosh, guys, just randomly just seeing that little lamp there, the little dog is from my first pet stuff pack, which I have a very questionable opinion about. I'm sure most people in the simming community do at the moment, but that is the darnest cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest little lamp. I love that lamp to bits. It is so kawaii-desu, and I know you guys hate it when I say kawaii-desu because it sounds like a weeaboo thing, and I'm very sorry, but I watch too much anime, okay? But yeah, I really like how everything's starting to be separated now. I've added in this divider with the candles, and the kitchen dining pretty much done. We got the cabinet next to the bed, and I'm just kind of fiddling around with stuff. We haven't done the bathroom or the lounge room yet, so I'm trying to keep them in mind. Usually when I'm working on a house, and I'm not sure if you guys were build this way too, but I kind of just go with the flow. I have fleeting inspiration is how I would like to explain it. So I'll be like, ooh, I have this idea for the bedroom, and then I'll play around with that for a little bit, and then I maybe will lose inspiration or maybe get a little bit bored of that idea or run into an issue like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't really look that great at the moment, so I'll move over to another area or another room, which isn't the best sometimes because I can understand in videos it could maybe get a little bit annoying that I don't necessarily finish an entire room off before I move on, but yeah, I kind of just like nitpick and go back and forth between the rooms and stuff. But I really like how we also have the exposed brick, but it's kind of like they painted it but not totally, so it's not really opaque. And I really like the look it gives. It's a little bit distressed, and I think we need that in an apartment that is just this kawaii. Like, everything is so bright and colorful. We don't want it to look too much like a 12-year-old's bedroom. Not that anything is wrong with that, but I feel like it brings in some maturity into the room and makes it feel more like an adult's, even though there are so many other little kitsy sort of aspects to the decor that kind of make it seem more like it possibly was like all bought from a kid's store. Oh man, but dude, I seriously do the same. Like, I have a stool that is from a place called the Family Love Tree. It's here in Melbourne, and I want to buy so much from that store. There are actually a few family shops that I follow on Instagram, and I want to buy everything, even though most of the stuff is made for children. Like, it's made for a adorable, like, 12-year-old's bedroom. I'm like, no, I want that mushroom lamp, or no, I want that pink little stool, and I want all of those neon lights that are gorgeous and beautiful. Oh my god. But yeah, I feel like kids nowadays have so much cooler, like, room decorations than I did back in the day. Like, oh my god, my room was so bad when I was little. I had frog stuff everywhere. I had this clock that was like a googly pink frog, and like like the middle of the face of the clock was an actual frog. It was amazing. But looking back, my room had like zero design or direction or anything like that. It was just frogs everywhere, posters, everything, plushies, toys, little figurines, everything, books. Man, I was frog crazy, but I think I would have much rathered the gorgeous little decorations that a lot of kids have nowadays. Parents are a bit more minimal, and then they buy like, well, from what I see from the accounts that I follow on Instagram, they're a little bit more minimal, and they like really choose their decor like really carefully. Maybe that's because stuff is more expensive nowadays. That could be it too. But anyways, I love how this lounge room has come along. It's very small and petite. I put in the dresser there as the thing that we have the TV on. I did the same thing in the previous apartment, and I just think it works really, really well doing that, because, you know, the dressers can work as a table, but then it's also a functioning one that your Sims can actually change their clothes in, which is great. we have 2 wardrobes basically in this place. I did chuck in one little bookcase, which is a children's one, but it really suits the rest of the house. So I chucked it in there. It has a little ball in there too, which I think is so cute. It would be great if we had that ball separated for pets, just because, not because well, I probably would give it to my pets in game, but I also would love to play around with that little rainbow ball as decoration elsewhere. So sometimes there are just like little things that I wish that we had separated, like with the shelf that I just got rid of that was from laundry day. There's a little fern plant which is in a wooden bucket. I wish we had that separated. Maybe I just need to look around on Tumblr and get some clutter and stuff, because I feel like I need more clutter, even though this house is super cluttered already. So since we have a wardrobe in the lounge room, I thought it wouldn't hurt to put in a nice mirror that has lights around it. What are they called? Beauty mirrors? Or something like that. I guess it is a beauty mirror, and I just put that in front of it. I'm starting to get into the idea of putting items in front of other items. I'm a little bit slow to doing that, but I really like it when some people do that, like they put pot plants maybe in an area that I wouldn't think to. I really enjoy looking at other people's builds on the gallery, because I just love how other people decorate, and it gives me ideas. Let me know if you guys do the same. Actually, of course you do, because a lot of you guys do talk about how I decorate, and I have gotten a few comments saying that it inspires you guys. So I'm really happy that you enjoy these videos, and I hope that I do inspire you a little bit when it comes to decorating. And just rest assured that I am doing the exact same. I'm going around looking for inspo around the place, and I also look at a lot of in real life pictures. As I said before, I follow a whole bunch of like interior sort of Instagrammers who do a lot of kid stuff, which is similar to the style that I'm doing in this place. And I also love Click on Furniture here in Melbourne. I follow them. They're a little bit more like contemporary, modern, very chic kind of style, which this isn't exactly that style. It's a little bit too out there, but I'm still digging this one. And I try to make it a little bit homely. Like, we have some posters around the place. We have some teddy bears, plushies, and things around here and there. So oh, by the way, so now we're up to where we're doing the lighting, and I thought, because we don't have an upstairs area, it's kind of weird that the lights are just floating in the middle of nowhere, and it's a high-rise like ceiling. So I thought we would add in some, I guess, pretend, I don't know what you would call it, poles? Things that carry the electricity to the light. I don't know actual things, but yes, and I think it brings in some sort of sense of reality into this build a little bit. And I found this adorable mirror that I thought I had to fit in, even though it doesn't really match anything. I just thought it was kawaii, so I had to put it in here, and I thought it just looked so cute. Now, while I was building this, guys, I had the absolute horror that has happened to all of us simmers before. I was just about to save my game. Everything was perfect. I was doing so well with the build, and then guess what happened? My game crashed. Sorry, I had to redo it all, but thankfully I have a good memory sometimes, very subjectively. But yeah, I was able to do it, and hopefully you guys didn't notice too much, but there were a few slight changes because that's the reason why I lost all of my progress. It went all down the drain. Oh my gosh, it's so disheartening when that happens. Does that happen to you guys that often? Even with my new PC, it happens. So I feel like it's just a Sims thing. Like, since I could ever remember. It's been happening with my Sims games, in The Sims 2, in The Sims 3, and in The Sims 4. So I guess sometimes I just over decorate to the point where my computer cannot anymore. So anyways, the bathroom is super duper tiny, so I didn't want to do anything too crazy in there. We basically just have shower, sink, toilet, because that's the only way we can make it fit. So what I did to try to bring in some storage and a feeling of somebody actually living in here and it being usable, I added in some towels and stuff, made it look all rainbow, and some other utilities and things that I think you would need in your house, and I think you would hide away into your little cave of a bathroom. So I think it looks really, really cute in the end. I really like the little bathroom wall there. I don't know if it would be the cutest thing to look at when you're sitting on the toilet, but you know, what are we gonna do? It is a micro apartment, so we just have to sometimes go with it. And overall, I'm really, really happy with the layout of this apartment. You know, this one's actually one smaller than the previous one. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. So this one is 7 by 8, while the other one is 8 by 8. So we have one more in this building that is 7 by 8, and the other 3 are 8 by 8. So yeah, I'm really working with quite a small space, but surprisingly, I'm able to fit everything pretty much that you need to be a sim. The only thing about this apartment that I think we're missing is really skill-worthy things. So we don't have a easel, we don't have a like logic table, a chess table. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? But I realized that we didn't have a lot of those sorts of things. I guess you could go to like to the art gallery to do that, or you could go to the library. We do have a bookcase, so that could work, and you can buy different books and stuff to get up your skills, but some people like to do it in different ways when they're playing the game. So you might have to get creative. Maybe instead of the popcorn machine and that other counter on the wall, maybe you could chuck in a small sneaky chess table there. It very muchly could fit there if you wanted to. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys about the kitchen, how I have a ice cream machine and a popcorn machine. How cool is that? And I love that everything in The Sims is a lot more colorful than I thought it was previously. So yeah, everything's so multicolored and adorable in the kitchen, and I'm really happy with that. I have a feeling that they did a update a long time ago where they added some more colors. So thank you, EA. I'm pretty sure they did that. But yeah, guys, we are up to the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what your theme suggestions are for the next video. We're going to be doing an 8 by 8 room, the one next door. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm going to choose the most suggested ones and also my favorite ones and put them into a poll and post it onto my community tab. So keep an eye out there, guys. And later on this week, I'll post a poll and you guys can go ahead and vote for your favorite. Alrighty, well, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. I love you all to bits, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.